weekend. We're going to talk about this blockbuster deal. This is what happened. This is what happens when the Cup Final goes so long. You get blockbuster trades on the day of the Cup Final. This was big. We knew Steve Staios, Ottawa's GM, needed a goaltender. Didn't need one, but he wanted one. He wasn't happy the way Korpisalo played last year.
Jay, let's stop right there.
But hold on.
They needed one.
Right.
They needed one big time.
But you got to give Steve Staios a lot of credit here because essentially you give up that first-round pick and a fourth-line forward and a goalie you didn't want anyway, and you get a guy who won the Vezina last year. I like this deal for Ottawa. What do you think?
I love this deal for Ottawa, and I think Brady Tkachuk likes it as well. We saw him in the stands. He was crying because of his brother, but I think he was also crying because he's got Ullmark. Yeah. What do you think, Craig? Well, the Ottawa Senators need to start the season off. They've been chasing goaltenders out of Ottawa, no question, with their defense. So I think they've got to shore up there as well and fix those holes. But that you need a timely save, and this is a great trade for Ottawa. I think the patience that Staios has showed, in particular, finding a way to get rid of that contract. I mean, 25% retention, yes, but with 4 years remaining, now all of a sudden Korpisalo is no longer on the books at 100% for them. So I think it's a great trade. And listen, it fills the number one need for this group, and that was to get someone between the pipes that could lend some confidence and could find a way to get them off to a good start. So still work to be done, but I think that this is the right step in the right direction.
Worst goaltending in the National Hockey League last year.
Right.
They needed it. They needed this more than anything else. They needed it 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
If they didn't get a better goaltender, they were. Listen, I thought Korpisalo was a free agent signing that made a lot of sense.
For sure.
And their defense improved in Ottawa. Their defensive play improved, and the goaltending was terrible. And without that, and that kills the spirit of your team. You're going into games, players are going, oh, geez, oh, boy, how are we going to deal with this? They start
play differently, too.
Well, they start blocking shots when they're shooting from center ice when your goaltending's that bad. And it was that bad. It was that bad. It was 32nd in the National Hockey League. So for Steve Staios to go out and understand, and the Boston Bruins had and said they tried to trade Linus Ullmark at the trade deadline. Mm-hmm. He turned down a deal to the LA Kings. Now they find a way. Michael Landauer, I have greatest respect for Michael Landauer. I think he runs a great organization. I think the appeal to Linus Ullmark that this is a good place for you. I think it also sends a message, to your point, Cheryl, to the other players on the team. Mm-hmm. We're serious. We're serious, because when you do get a Vezina Trophy winner, Jay, you're showing that you're serious. It's a 25th pick in the draft, which they picked up in a trade. It wasn't the 7th pick, which they own, which is their own pick. Mark Kastelic plays hard. He's a fourth-line center.
And possible, for Kastelic.
Yeah, but this is about Linus Ullmark.
Yeah, 100%.
Great trade for the Ottawa Senators.